I still write everything by hand on purpose. I know for sure I can type faster. There's AI for literally everything at this point. But yet, when I need to remember something, I will always reach for the pen first. And today, I want to go into why. Even though I was always into journaling and writing, this really started, or the shift for me happened around the bar exam. Or to be more specific, the 2 months before the bar exam when you study and you realize the massive amount of information you now need to know in order to pass. And I genuinely could not think straight when we started going over these topics. And I reverted back to what I always do when things get too much. I tried to get a handle of it. I started color coding. I started organizing, reorganizing, trying to put things in an order, thinking this would help me focus to then study. But I realized that's all I was doing. And at some point, I had to put my laptop away because there was only so much organizing I could do. So in order to slow down, I took a pen and a notebook out and started taking my notes by hand, one subject at a time. I definitely didn't fully appreciate it at the time, what this did, but it helped. I'm sure of it. My brain slowed down and I was able to focus, be more intentional, be thoughtful, retain some of this information. That was one of the times I absolutely took this whole practice on purpose. Of course, unfortunately or fortunately, I found out years later that there's actually some science behind it. That writing with a pen or pencil helps slow your brain down in a way that typing and looking at a screen just simply can't do. While it would be helpful to say I totally knew this back then, I had no idea. I just knew that when I picked up a pen, some of these 47 tabs I had open would slow down. And it was enough to help me. And it worked at that time. And it still works today. And that's basically where I am with all of this. While Open Day Collective is absolutely a stationary brand, it's also a practice to help you be more intentional with your time. And I've talked about it before, but for me, an open day is a day where you get to be present and choose what matters. You don't just go through it. It's not just passing you by. And what it looks like for me when it's working is that I take the time to write one thing that I want to focus on in the day, and I get to it. Doesn't have to be the first thing, but it's something that I know matters to me, and I've made that decision, wrote it down, and worked on it. And honestly, when it's not working, sometimes I forget to write something down, and the day absolutely takes over. Or I write something down, and then I forget that this was an active choice, and I let the day take over, and then I didn't get to work on something. And then it feels like the day's passed me by. And I wanted to tell you both versions, when it works and when it doesn't, because this is really a practice. It's not a one-time fix. It's something that you just keep working towards, 1% better each time. Some days it works. Some days the notepad just sits there empty, judging me. And with building the Open Day Collective, I realized this is something that matters for more than just me. In 2026, it feels like everyone's tired because everyone's just trying to keep up. And I'm noticing online that the answer is always another app, another framework, something else to help you manage more of your time. And I built Open Day because I do think at times the answer is actually the opposite of that. It's writing down one thing, what matters. It's taking the time to decide, what is it I want to focus on? What's the thing I've been pausing for so long? That would help me feel better or move towards what I say my goals are. It helps me work towards them instead of just being dreams. I can work on them and get better. That's the whole premise. It's not really complicated, but it's also not easy. Because if it was, I'm sure everyone would be doing it. This pause and intention and thought and sitting with yourself and realizing what it is you want to do, it's hard because you have to be honest with yourself. You can say all of the things you want to do, but what's the one thing you're going to focus on? What's the one thing you're going to write down? What's the one thing you're going to move forward with? It's worth it. If this landed in any way, subscribe to the channel as I'm working through more on all the changes that are helping me and how I'm making sure that Open Day Collective is beneficial to you. I also write more about this on my blog on the website, and every Sunday I send out a newsletter on current topics and things that will help you be more intentional with your day, whatever that means for you. All the links will be in the comments below. And as always, the shop is at opendaycollective.com, and I'll see you next week.